Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak in this event. In the past couple of years, I've been asked many questions about the situation, the media environment in Asia and Indonesia. And today I would like to try to, within the short period of 10 minutes, try to elaborate and explain what the situation is, what the challenges are, and what also the opportunities that exist in the market. I would like to start with this first slide. If you look at this is the picture of the global middle class in the world from the AC Nielsen. The blue one is 2012 and the forecast for 2020. If you look at this, Southeast Asia will double the size of the middle class population in the next 5 years. And the Asia Pacific net ad spend growth. This is the picture, the graph for 2014 and 2015. Some areas are going down, but if you look at this, Indonesia represent one of the highest growth from 9% in 2014 to 10% in 2015. With the actual net ad spend, this is the net ad spend in 2014 and 2015. You see here that most of the Asian countries are still behind. If you look at it positively, so there is a very big potentials in the years ahead. Oh, sorry. So this is the graph for the Southeast Asia TV and video revenue. The blue one represents the free-to-air, the red one is pay TV, and the green one is online video. Look at the growth. It's, mostly in Southeast Asia is positive. And particularly in Indonesia, all is growing. The free-to-air is growing in the next 5 years. But the pay TV is growing even more. This is caused by the better penetration of the pay TV market in Indonesia. We also have Malaysia. Malaysia is a unique situation where the pay TV ad revenue is actually higher than the free-to-air. This is Indonesian profile. You see here, not many people know. I think that we have 250 million people with 1,128 ethnic groups. With our geographical area, almost 2 million square kilometers, spread across more than 17,000 islands. So if you fly from the eastern part to the western part of Indonesia, you need at least 7 hours. We have 62 million households. 30% of those are our addressable market, the upper one and the upper two class. 30%, which is represent almost 20 million households. The consumer spending is growing by 7.7%. Economic growth this year slowed down a bit, but still 4.7%. The most interesting thing is the average age of Indonesian population, which is 27. So we are a very productive society. And this is what is best. On average, Indonesians are watching television 4 to 5 hours a day, which is absolutely the highest in Asia. We have more than 55 million TV households. We have 15 free-to-air stations, 280 local TV stations, more than 650 radio stations, 359 newspapers, and 150 magazines. And what many people do not know, Indonesia is the 4th biggest user of Facebook. And here also, Jakarta is the world's most active Twitter city in the world. So Jakarta is number 1, and then we have New York, Tokyo, London, and Sao Paulo. So TV is basically the most consumed media. 95% is exposed to television. Out of home is 53, internet 37, and so on and so on. You see here, this is the average daily time spent viewing television, which is 4 hours and 40 minutes, compared to even Philippines is only 3.5 hours. This is the advertising spending in the first half of 2015. You see here all represent an increase compared to the print, which is a decline in 2015. So I would like to bring your attention to the pay TV market in particular. Indonesia has the lowest pay TV penetration. We are still about 11%. So if you look at I mentioned earlier that the potential is about, the addressable market is about 20 million. So there is a very big opportunity for growth. If we translate this into potential subs, there are approximately 15 million potential subs that we have in Indonesia at this moment. As far as the projected pay TV growth, Indonesia is the highest in Asia with 15% growth. This is the comparison between the rural and urban dwellers. In 2058 versus 42, and now in 2014 is 46 compared to 52 in urban areas. This is expected to increase to 57% by 2020. So this is why Indonesia is fit for DTH. We are operating a DTH platform because in Indonesia only 50% of the area are covered by the free-to-air, and 75% of the households are covered by the free-to-air. We have 400 over district and 98 municipalities. So that's why DTH is a must. Compared to cable and other things, DTH is a must in Indonesia. IPTV is also growing, but IPTV is limited to the bandwidth quality of the internet and as well as the pricing, which is still very expensive. So compared to the other platform, DTH market share in the pay TV industry is expected to grow further by 84% this year in the pay TV industry. So this is the content opportunities. We have, like I said, 15 million ready potential subscribers. If you see this, FTA is free to air. Why FTA is very strong? Because FTA are mostly very strong in drama. Indonesia is a very unique situation. If you see, this is the AC Nielsen rating from 1 to 20, are mostly dominated by kids and adult female programs. So in our survey, actually the remote control is actually controlled by the children, and then the mother, and then the father. So that's why in our offerings, we are very strong in children and adult female programs. I'm not saying that sport is not important, but in sport, liking it is one thing, but willingness to pay is another thing. In the past, there are many companies who bid for sports, but they eventually cannot recover their investment. So Indonesia is predominantly children and female market. Remember also that our average age is 27 years. This means that there are many children, many new babies. That's why we have many exclusive contents that cater to children and women. So this is about our group. We are the largest integrated media in Southeast Asia. So we have here the advertising-based media, which is representing 38%. We have 38% of the audience share in the free-to-air. We have 70% over in the pay TV market in Indonesia. How to win? Like I said, we are focusing more on the children and female entertainment. We have to focus on the right segment. For you, the content producer, also you have to work with the right partners who can grow the business together. Our platform, we are using S-band. We have our own satellite that we launched about 5 years ago. So we are broadcasting 125 channels, of which 38 36 channels are our exclusive channels. And this is some information on the technology where the availability of the mobile broadband is increasing. So that's why we are also now focusing on the OTT offering. So both authenticated OTT as well as we are planning for standalone OTT. So I understand that there are many content providers here. Just want to say that there are a big opportunity in Indonesia if you do it the right way. I think that concludes my presentation, and I would like to invite my good friend Nadav, the one and only Nadav. Give a warm applause.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Jerome. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give you 60 seconds about Dori Media and then a bit more about Dori Media in Indonesia, and then after we'll ask questions another 10 or 15 minutes. So Dori Media, it's an international media company active in all aspects of television business. We have production in Argentina, production company in Israel. We produce around 300 hours a year. Our library contains around 6,100 hours, which is around 7,300 episodes. We distribute it to around 400 clients around the world in around 120 different territories. We own and operate 14 TV channels in Indonesia and in Israel. We have extensive digital, which is mainly MCNs, which is multi-channel network, a company called Me Studio Ltd that we just launched 1 year ago. Unlike Maker Studio and the big MCNs, we are focused, because Israel is very small, not a lot of people, we focus on create content for the internet and own it with the talents, 50-50, and own the brand and own the distribution rights. So this is, we are making a vertical channels, produce around 4 to 5 new episodes, which is 4 or 5 minutes each episode every month. And we want to have 20 vertical channel altogether to produce between 80 to 100 new episodes every month, 4 to 5 per each channel. And we have technical services that are doing all the dubbing, subtitling. We are doing it all around the world to all the big studios, all kind of language, Portuguese, Spanish, Japanese, English, Bahasa Indonesia, all the languages that you can dream of, Germany, French, and all of them. Dori Media in Indonesia. As you can see, we launched 3 TV channels in 2006 with Indovision, MNC Sky Vision. We signed the deal in 2005, exactly 10 years ago, so we celebrate here together the 10 years deal between Rudy and Indovision and Dori Media Group. One of the channels, it's a daily drama channel called FMN, which is Forget Me Not. It's a very nice flower, but it's a statement, very important statement. And it used to be Vision 2 drama. 2014, this channel was one of the best 20 in Indovision out of around 115, so it's a very good position, including the free-to-air, which are around 11 free-to-air channels in Indonesia. The second one is Baby TV, that owned by Fox International Channel and Talit family from Israel. We operate it on the ground in Indonesia. And the last one is Jinx. Gaming channel was on air only for 5 years. Not all the channel is the best. The 2 channels on the basic tiers and long-term contract. The deal that we did when we penetrated to Indonesia 10 years ago is actually long-term, and we understand that we're going to joint venture and partnership with Rudy and with Indovision, today MNC. But we ask for long-term. Long-term is 15 years, 10 plus 5. Recently, we renewed it to 2021, middle of 2021, which is a very long one. It took us 3 years to get break-even, end of 2008, and since 2009 is a very profitable channels. Baby TV is a very good one, worldwide feed that we operate, as we said, as a local one. We buy the content from FMN for Turkey, Latin America, South Korea, and China, dub it to Bahasa Indonesia, and also subtitle it. So you have actually two feeds. People that want only subtitling get only the subtitling. People that want the dubbing get it with the dubbing. 2013, Sony Picture Television became 50% partner in both channels in Indonesia, and in 2000 we saw that Sony is a very good partners, especially Andy and George that lead the channels there. So we decided to make another deal with Sony, and in end of 2014, Sony also bought 50% in few of the Israeli channel in Israel. And I really now finished my time. Now I will go, with your permission, to ask a few questions, Mr. Rudy Tanoesoedibjo.
Okay, Rudy. Thank you. Hi. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay. Sky Vision is a definite market leader in Indonesia. But the market has not grown as expected. What are the barriers for growing in Indonesia?
Okay. Over the past 5 years, Indonesia has been growing very, very rapidly. But the past 2 years, I have to say the growth is declining a bit. Basically for two reasons. Number one is the entrance of some of these new players whose attitude is to disrupt the market. So I mentioned in my presentation, there are actually 15 million potential new subs that are available in the market. But some of these new players, unfortunately also supported by some channels, they come and they make some ridiculous offering. I mean, some new channels, they give one year free with the objective only to disrupt the ecosystem, not to expand the market. So this is a very unfortunate situation. But I think this behavior has been softening now. We spoke to all our partners, and if there is no unfair offerings in the market, I believe Indonesia can continuously growing double digit. That's number one. And number two is, of course, piracy. Piracy is an issue in Indonesia. We've been doing this piracy fighting together with the association and the government of Indonesia, and it's been very successful. We do hope that 2016 we can continue the phenomenal growth that we saw in the past.
MNC's house channels have grown from 2 in 2006 to 19, and they cover most genres. Can we see this as ongoing attempt to discourage international channels and place them with your own?
Do I discourage you? No. Actually, the purpose that MNC has grown our own channel from 2 to actually not 19, now it's already 21. It's not to discourage the international channels. MNC channels are basically mostly 90% are locals. So there are certain needs of the market, of the viewers, that you guys cannot fulfill. So we fulfill that needs. But the presence of the international channels are absolutely necessary. If you eliminate the free-to-air in our top 20, you see not only our channels, but you see many of the international channels, mostly kids and adult female, dominating the top 20. I can mention some of them, like Disney has been very strong in the top 20. the channel that you are supplying to us, the BBTV, has also been very, very strong.
Sony One?
Yes, Sony One, the drama has been very strong. And also Cartoon Network. So I'm not discouraging the international players, but the international content are also needed. But come with the right content.
Okay, so if not, and I understand not, what can you offer these channels so they can take the market risk with you?
Okay, I mentioned also just now, we are now in the development stage of OTT. OTT authenticated and OTT standalone. The problem with this, some of the channels, they want to make instant money. So my message is like what we have been developing is do not make money from me. It's wrong if you want to make money from me, but it's right if you make money with me. So that is the most important message. But we strongly encourage international channels, channel suppliers to participate in the upcoming growth in Indonesia.
Okay, make money with me.
Make money with me, correct.
You showed us growth rate projected for 2020.
Yes.
Are you willing to gamble on the number of subs you will have in 2020?
I don't think I'm gambling. I mean, look at the reality. In 2000, even now is 30%, 20 million addressable market. In 2020, it will grow double even. So I think in the projection of 2020, it's not a speculation. As long as, again, I would like to mention this many times, that the channel suppliers, channel owners should not support the disruptive player. The aim is not how to steal in an unfair competition from the existing player, but how to grow the pie together. If we grow the pie together, Indonesia will be absolutely the biggest market in Southeast Asia, absolutely, by far. And I'm encouraging that. Imagine that 15 million addressable market, which is growing maybe 20, 25 million subs in the near future.
So how many? I didn't understand.
Say again?
How many subs? 5.5, 6, 6.5 million?
I do not see, in the next 5 years?
Yeah. In 2020?
Yeah, in the next 5 years. I think I'm not dreaming, but 6 and above should be achievable target.
Okay, now I have a few questions, but I see that the time is over and people make me a sign, so another 2 questions. One,
okay.
The success of DHT in a country like Indonesia is understandable, but what about IP infrastructure?
IPTV still take a little bit of time because of a few reasons. The bandwidth quality, the price, and also there is this traditional way of watching TV at home together. So in my opinion, IPTV will take place one day, but I think the traditional DTH will still the choice for the next 5 years.
Okay, the last question, because we run out of time, and this is a tough one. Was owning your own satellite justified, or was it a mistake? You invest a lot of money in the satellite that you control. You want to control the S-band. Is it worth?
It's the best decision we have ever made, because we are using S-band. We cannot lease S-band. We are the only S-band satellite operator in the region. And for Indonesia with a lot of rain, this is the only satellite that works compared to KU and C. So I think this is one of the best decisions that we ever made.
Okay, thank you very much. We ran out of time, 5 minutes late. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you.